We continue to highlight day 3 at the Canadian Western Agribition. 43 years and it's bigger and better every single year. And behind me you'll notice that these beautiful animals, these are the Speckle Park breed, and they had a very busy day. And we're going to introduce you to the female champ when it comes to the Speckle Park breed.
My name's Dakota Jackson, and my family has had both Charolais and Red Angus cattle for as long as I can remember. We're just southeast of Regina here, about half an hour, a little town called Sedley. We got out of the Red Angus a couple years ago and kind of been dabbling in a couple things ever since. I've always loved Speckle Parks ever since I can remember. I always tried to convince my dad to have them, but it wasn't until I could grow up a little bit and do it all on my own that I was finally able to call one partially my own. So that's really exciting as far as I'm concerned. Well, I was showing, her name is Nada Photo Finish 1Z. We call her Snaps. And she is a heifer that we own with Nada Ranch. They're from Neilburg, Saskatchewan. They've had Speckle Parks for about 20 years now. And we also own her with my mom, my aunt Dawn, and some fellas down from the States. So we saw her last year as a heifer calf. She was reserve champion in the Speckle Parks for the females, and her mother was grand champion. And I instantly kind of fell in love with her, and we kind of, in the end, convinced Nada Ranch to let us have a go at it. And we bought her then and had her at her place for a couple months now and brought her to Agribition. So. Well, I think Agribition, it's always been a very big part of my life. It's one of those things where you get to showcase your animal amongst a bunch of different breeds from all over, and an incredible selection of animals. There's not a place that you can go that you see such high quality animals from all different breeds, which is remarkable. In terms of the Speckle Park, it's an emerging breed, and I think it's really important that people from other breeds can look and recognize the quality there, and also, you know, maybe the potential in the future, even in their own, or something along those lines. For us, it was just about showing other people what they have to offer, and that, you know, to look beyond the color and see what's really there, and that the breed has its own place and we should support them.
As we continue with our story for day 3 at the 43rd Annual Canadian Western Agribition, we highlight the cattle breed Simmental. Now, this is the second show to run on day 3 at the Agribition, so we introduce you now to the champ in the Simmental breed.
Today was really good. Started off with winning a junior heifer calf division, and then the bred heifer, which won the whole show, which you just seen, won her division and won. And then we went into the bull calves and swept the junior division, champion and reserve. Then ended up with Premier Breeder and Exhibitor and get a Siren Breeders Herd, so it went really good. Well, her name just around the farm, I just call her Bessie. We showed her last year as a heifer calf at Agribition. She won her clash. Then she won the breed in the Simmentals in the junior show. Showed her throughout the spring at the Regina Springstone Heifer Show. She won there. Took her to 3 other jackpots in the spring and she won them too. And then took her to a junior show in Swift Current at the end of September, and she won her Simmental breed there as well. And the Agribition, which was really good, reserving the First Lady Classic yesterday overall, and then today in the Simmental show she won. Yeah, she's just been kind of our main product at the farm for quite a while, back to one of our lead donor females, and a really good product of a bull that she's off of. She's really, I guess everyone kind of comments, she's got a cool look for a Simmental. She's soft body, super big hip, and super sound, so just kind of ties it all in a really complete package. I've been coming for quite a few years myself, since I was a little kid, but mom and dad have exhibited cattle for a long time at Agribition, so we're producing purebred Simmentals for about almost 30-35 years now, so it's been really good. For us, it's really important. That's kind of our main strive to come to Agribition, is win that. We won it for the last 8 years, and it's a really great honor to win it, and for us it kind of means the most of winning any champion bull or females. We kind of, the main thing we go for is the breeders and the Premier Breeder Exhibitor.
As we continue with Livestock Media Plus, a highlight show, we wrap up at day number 3 with one big event that is a draw for the Canadian Western Agribition. Year after year, we see huge Clydesdale horses come in to participate in the horse pull. And it's great to say that one of my family friends, Ron Sebastian, who has been in the horse pull industry for 35, 40 years, is now the champion once again. We take a look at his horse team with Doc taking the lead, pulling over 11,000 pounds. He is our horse pull champion.
It takes good horses. It takes a tremendous amount of dedication and lots of cold ears in the winter. That's the big thing. Dedication is everything. Like, they need to be worked every day. When we work these horses for this type of competition, we work them on 1,400 pounds, usually for about 4.5 miles a day. Twice a week they go on 8,500 to 9,000 pounds, and we call that lugging. And we do the lugging on a training boat. So we load it up, we haul that load 30, 40 feet, we stop, rest the horses, lug it again 30, 40 feet, stop and rest the horses. We'll do that maybe 4 times and put them away.
Wednesday at Agribition saw the light, medium, and heavy horse pull teams competing in the Brandt Center.
Great representation in the lights and middles. It was really even and everybody stayed. You can always tell a good competition when there's 4 or 5 teams on the last load and people are going out by inches. That's the key to a real good horse pull. When you see the last 2 teams make 3 or 4 more pulls than all the rest, somebody didn't do his homework.
2013 was the 26th year Ron has attended Agribition, an event he believes is important to support.
In Canada, this is one of the top 3 and one of the top 3 paying pulls. And so we try and support it. We want to keep it going. You know, so there's lots of pulls. We take in 20, 25 pulls a year.
Ron with his team, Doc and Duke, managed to win the heavy horse pull competition after successfully pulling 11,000 pounds.
I finished today on 11,000. It depends a lot on the ground. That team has pulled more, but it depends on the ground. It has a lot to do with how much you pull.
You can view the results of all the horse pull competitions by visiting the Canadian Western Agribition website. For Livestock Media Plus at Agribition, I'm Christian Moulding.
As we conclude day number 3 of the Livestock Media Plus highlight show, lots to see and continue with for day number 4. So a couple of big moments that we want to showcase for you tomorrow is the Angus Show. This is a real big one for the cattle breeders that are here for the 43rd annual Agribition. Now, not to mention, behind me you can see there are some sheep. It's quiet now, but the barns will be very busy as we're expecting a market lamb sale as well as the sheep show and some costume fun as well for the kids. Now, with that said, we're not going to wrap up with just that. We do have tomorrow some team cattle penning, so lots to see with the Livestock Media Plus highlight show. We'll see you then.